ecological issues. They affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
Folks, ladies and gentlemen, another late night Vonhelton, Arizona. Going, gone. Yes, he made it to his destination. You know, the whole pilgrimage, the whole journey the whole reason he needed donations to go to Arizona, he was there for what, maybe a night. Now he is, I'm hearing that he's approached Nevada, whatever, however you say it. He's, he's moved on, folks. And I did see a clip, it might be in this clip here that Nats has got, where he did a stream with John, and John asks the question, well, what was the point? What was the point of Arizona? And we can speculate, folks. Was it all just a grift just to get donations? He had nowhere better to go anyway, so he just went where it's warm and just made up the cousin. Was the cousin a troll who just kind of petered out and just didn't end up doing anything? He claims he met the cousin. They went to In-N-Out. We're going to hear all this. But then that was it. I thought the whole point, was to at least get Sharpie dropped off. And she was going to help him get set up, but he's moved on. So hopefully we can piece this puzzle together and see what we can find. Maybe it's not such a priority since he got the payout. But how long will that last, folks? How long will that last? Especially when he's not getting his EBT. He claims there's only 50 cents on the card. Folks. So we got Nats and the pizza, his condensed versions. We do have the Vonhelton situation here. There is one called Ms. Parker. I believe Ms. Parker might be in that area. Will Vonhelton be hunting Ms. Parker down? Is that his purpose for going to Nevada? Folks, what do you think? Give me one in the chat if you think Vonhelton is, basically going to try to stalk down Ms. Parker. Give me a one in the chat if you think this guy's going to be breathing down her neck. I almost feel like I should drive down there in my brand new Corvette and just save that poor woman. I'm really conflicted here, folks. But yeah, he has a video here. It's probably covered in the Nats, but we'll go ahead. We'll jump into this. We'll kind of work out of sequence, and we'll see what maybe we can piece together, get some puzzle pieces, and put this all together and try to figure out. But let's see what his little video to Ms. Parker is. I'm interested in this.
Alrighty, let me address something real quick because it needs to be addressed. There is a concerted effort to try to dox me, to try to find out where I'm at. You will not find out where I'm at. What have I been saying in my videos? By the time you figure out where I'm at, I'm done gone. Now, you can figure out where I went. You can either say I went to Nevada, or you can say I went back to Fairfax, or whatever it's called. I think it's Fairfax. Where did I go? But I can assure you, whatever you're thinking, wherever you think I am not there. I've done moved on. I might be in Nevada hooking up with Ms. Parker. Did you guys ever think of that? What did Ms. Parker say in the live show we did together? You need to come to Nevada to be with me. Is that what she said? Yeah. You trolls are so gullible. You are so easily played. I don't understand. Why are you guys so easily played, man? You think you're in control. You think you got all the right stuff. Well, you don't. But anyways, one thing is for sure.
Are you sure she's single? Are you sure she's single, Vaughn? You might get a surprise.
I am going to be checking out some campgrounds, and that's further south than my current location. That is true. That is very true, because I do need to investigate that. What is cheaper? Is it going to be cheaper to be on a campground? Is it going to be cheaper to get an efficiency apartment? Is it going to be cheaper to, look into some other things? But now my cousin is going to help me get my SSI, and for the obvious reason that I'm going to be on my own. I'm not going to be anywhere near her. And because you guys have scared the shit out of that poor girl. So I'm going to find my own place, and it's obviously going to be, by the time you figure out where I'm at, I'm not there anymore. Okay? Keep that in mind, boys and girls. There'll be a quiz later. And I've said this in numerous videos now, so you got no excuse, right? By the time you figure out where I'm at, I am not there. And like I said,
Yeah, because it's so hard. He broadcasts everywhere he's been, and he's sticking to the same interstate. So it's not like we could possibly predict where Vonhelton would show up next, right? Come on.
in the comment section of my video, it'll probably be, probably down near Phoenix, where it's an awful lot warmer than it is even here. So we'll probably look into that maybe. But for sure, by the time you figure out where I'm at, or where you think I'm at, I'm not there anymore. And like I said, there's places, lots of places to check out that I have to check out here in Arizona that are farther south than my current location. But trust me, trolls, you will not figure out where I'm at. You can sit there and assume all you want, but it's not going to help you. Okay? Because by the time you figure it out, I'm long gone. But just keep that in mind. What did Ms. Parker say? You need to come to where? Nevada. You need to come to Las Vegas, Nevada to be with me. So, keep that in mind, trolls. And you have a wonderful day. Bye.
Wow. Well. We'll have to see about that. So we're going a little out of sequence there, but let's watch the Nats and the Pizzas. We're going to back it up, actually, to, we're even going to back it up to before. I want to give it some context. So this is 4 days ago, the beginning of the weekend, folks. I can't remember if I covered this one on Weirdo Wonderland. I may have. This is just leading up to his birthday. It's older. I think we have, but we're going to start here. It's a short video, and we're going to follow Vaughn on his journey to Arizona and beyond, apparently. So the grift was real. I guess now that he's living on that money, he's not as worried. Well, I just don't know what the next scam is going to be to get donations. What's the next destination he's got to get to? I don't know.
We are in the great state of Texas.
All right, here we go, folks.
And that's supposed to have a Texas flag.
I'm pretty sure we did watch this, but like I said, we'll just start here. It's our launching point, and then we'll follow him down the interstate, folks.
On top, but looks like two pieces are missing. Anyways, we're here. And so, yeah, we're here, and it's windy as hell. We're in Texas, obviously, as you saw from the previous video. We're in Texas. I'm an undisclosed loves, and they have a Subway. And so I was able to get me a meatball sub. And, boy, it was good. It was a meatball sub with provolone cheese, mayonnaise, lettuce. And, boy, it was good, man. It was really, really good. And, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, this is great. And it's wonderful. And I'm slowly making my way. But yeah, man, I should be out of here. As soon as I use the bathroom, I'll be out of here and back on the road. I'm going to try and get a lot. I'm going to try and get a lot of driving done if I can. Obviously, I had to stop here to fill up with gas. And use the bathroom and all that good shit. I didn't use the bathroom yet. I had to eat my sub. Now that I've ate my sub, I'll go use the bathroom. Anyway, we'll use the bathroom and then we'll be back on the road again, and everything's just ducky. Of course, now, obviously by the time you see these videos, I'm long gone. So, just keep that in mind. That way.
But again, you tell us where you're going.
Don't have to worry about y'all tracking me or some shit, because I'm done with that. I'm totally done with that shit. Everything's cool. Me and the doggy had him some hot dogs, so he's happy. Had him some hot dogs. He's happy as a clam. I saw them hot dogs. I said that's exactly what Sharpie wants. I guarantee it, and it is. Sharpie loves hot dogs. So he had him some hot dogs. I had me a sub.
Great. Hot dogs, great for the dogs. Like, don't get me wrong. Listen. We get on Vonhelton for stuff. Giving your dog once in a while, once in a blue moon, the end of a hot dog or something like that. That's not the end of the world. But Vaughn is actually using this in a substitute of actually feeding the dog. Oh, it doesn't like the kibble, or it doesn't like the... Well, you know what? It gets hungry enough, it's going to fucking like it. Either that or it's going to eat Vonhelton's face off, and either one I'm fine with. But... And just from an economic standpoint, if Vonhelton is hurting, spending cash on hot dogs and $5 steaks and shit, he thinks he's getting a great deal, but it's got to be more expensive than just buying food, right? Just buy fucking dog food. If it doesn't like the kibble, the dry food, then you get canned food. whatever you got to do. But no, it's probably because he was using EBT before, but now he's got money, so I don't know.
And so we're good for lunch. We'll see about supper. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see if we'll do supper or not. I don't know if we'll do supper or not. We'll have to see. Everything's coming up roses. We should make our way west. Hopefully this wind will die down eventually. Man, oh man, this wind's fierce. Ain't never seen a beat. Alright, just thought I'd give you a quick update. Like I said, by the time you see this, I'm long gone. So ain't no sense in trying to, get on Google. How many loves is on I-40 in Texas? Ain't gonna help you, because I'm long since gone. In fact, by the time you get this video, I'm probably all the way through Texas and out the other side. No joke. Because I am booking it, man. I'm just booking it as quick as I can. I'm gonna try to put some distance.
Quick as he can, dude. This guy, it takes him like fucking 3/4 of a week to get from New Jersey to Pennsylvania. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I tell you, I'm getting aggravated with Google, man. I swear to God, it seems like the more driving I do, the less Google says I've driven. Like I said, Google's drunk. It must be drunk. I drive 5 hours on I-40, but I only went 2 hours on I-40? No, I went 5 hours on I-40. Google miscalculated. They had to have. And yes, I updated my location, so that ain't it. It just, I don't know what Google's problem is. I guess they got a brain fart somewhere. Oh well. Anyways, but yeah, this loves thing is nice. Now somebody was telling me I can sleep here. I guess it looks like I can. There's a bunch of stuff sitting way back there, out of the way, and I guess that's where you crash. So that's nice. That way I know, I know if I need to crash, I can crash at a Love's, so that's good. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. I'm going to record how straight it was, but now we're curving a little bit. A long stretch, buddy, long straight stretch. And I woke Sharpie up when I started this video. I don't know why. He was sleeping so good, I should have never said nothing. Yo, Adrian! We're coming up on Adrian. Of course, like I said, by the time you get this video, I'm done through Adrian and out the other side. But anyways, we did Amarillo by morning. And, the next on the chopping block, it's Albuquerque. So we could take us a wrong turn at Albuquerque. That way I get all my cliches. I get all my cliches in, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Everything's going to be just ducky. Alright, anyways, but yeah, next on the chopping block will be Albuquerque, New Mexico. And so we should be, surely to God, we should be at the end of the stovepipe here in just a few. We bound to be. I mean, the stovepipe ain't that damn wide. I mean, it ain't. We should be coming up on it, surely. Maybe we'll get the sign for New Mexico here. Hopefully there's a sign. A lot of times there ain't a sign, you know that? A lot of times there ain't a sign for Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee. A lot of them didn't have. New Jersey didn't have a sign. New York had a sign. New Jersey didn't have a sign. There's a bunch of them didn't have a sign. I don't know, it could have just been the road I was on. I just want to pause and comment on my ride through Flagstaff, Arizona today. Because I got to tell you, as big as Flagstaff is, you would have thought it would be bumper to bumper. You would have thought, it would be 1 mile an hour like it was for some of these other places. Instead, I was treated to an absolute delight. It was like I was driving through a national park or something. There was trees on both sides of all different colors. It was absolutely beautiful. There was no backed up traffic or nothing. Everything was just beautiful. And I hope it stays that way, at least for a while. Because, I really wished I'd have recorded it, but, the bad thing about it is you don't think to record until after you done got past it. But just absolutely beautiful. My ride through Flagstaff on Interstate 80, I'll spit it out, was just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I can't believe it. And I just had to comment because it was just awesome, man. It was just awesome. So where are you? Well, Nunya. I'm at Nunya, Arizona. How about that? Does that work for you? I'm at Nunya, Arizona. But I can say I'm past Flagstaff. I just won't say how much. But I am past Flagstaff. But yeah, man, I just had to comment because that was an absolute delight. It was an absolute delight to go through Flagstaff on I-40. Because it was just so peaceful, so serene, trees of every color. It was beautiful. And I was just gobsmacked by it, man. Because I figured, well, Flagstaff is going to be like Albuquerque, and I'm going to sit there and bumper-to-bumper traffic. No, quite the opposite. Flagstaff was absolutely beautiful. And it was just a breeze. I just breezed right on through it like nothing. Like a hot knife through melted butter, man. It was great. And I just had to comment. Because that don't happen every day, folks. When you're on a major interstate, breezing through something don't happen every day. So it was an absolute joy to ride through there with all that beautiful scenery and stuff. It was just amazing. It really was amazing. So I will say that I'm on the other side of Flagstaff. I just won't say how far. But I am on the other side of Flagstaff, and everything's going great. Everything's beautiful out here. The mesas and the mountains even. I mean, I'm at 6,000 feet above sea level. Ain't no danger of me flooding out here. Ain't no danger of flooding. Ain't no danger of any cataclysm getting to me because I'm 6,000 feet above sea level. Because remember what the scientists told me. Said you got to be at least 1,500 feet. Well, shit, I'm 1,500 feet in spades. I'm 6,000 feet above sea level. Ain't nothing gonna get me. Not so lucky for the rest of you, perhaps, but they ain't nothing getting me. Remember a long time ago, trolls and haters, and well, the rest, everybody, when I said, hey, get your ass to the mountains. Get to the mountains. Get to high country. And in that way, if that rock over there at Easter Island does fall into the sea and create a massive tsunami, you'll be all right. How many people actually took my word? I took my own words and I went higher. I want to take you higher.
So just so we're clear, if you're new to Vonhelton, it was not his choice. His mom moved from Ohio to Kentucky, up in the hills of Kentucky, and he followed her and lived in her yard. He did not make a conscious choice to buy property to avoid natural cataclysms. He's always claimed that. He's like, I don't just say it, I did it. No, your mama did it. And just by coincidence, it put you up in the hills of Kentucky. And then you found out, oh, I got a higher elevation. I'm safe. I'm so smart. That's what happened.
That's good, too. I went in the mountains. I ended up in the mountains and took my own advice, ended up in the mountains. Now I'm even more so in the mountains. 6,000 feet. Damn. That's nuts. 6,000 feet, buddy. What about that? It beats 888 feet any day. But yeah, there ain't no danger of me flooding out or getting caught by a tsunami or whatever this time. Because I'm too high. I'm too high. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. I miss John Denver. I miss his music. He was a good man. He didn't have to die. He didn't. Well, Vaughn, are you saying his death was a murder? I'm absolutely saying his death was a murder. John Denver is one of Clinton's dead friends. Well, he wasn't really a friend. but he's on Clinton's list. See, for those of you that don't know, John Denver publicly humiliated Hillary Clinton and Tipper Gore. And they said, well, how did he do that? Well, they were trying to categorize music back then, particularly heavy metal and rock and roll. And they come across John Denver. Now, John Denver back then was Mr. Wholesome. No smoking, no drinking, no womanizing, no carousing of no kind. He was a literal square.
He was an alcoholic that died in a plane crash.
Okay. And well, I did a Z instead of a square. Shit. Let's see here. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah. But yeah, he was a literal square. And this was clarified by Frank Zappa and Dee Snider, who also said the same thing. He said, man, that dude's straight as an arrow. What are you talking about? What it was, he had this song Rocky Mountain High, and Hillary Clinton and Tipper Gore tried to make it sound like he was talking about drugs. He was not. He didn't do drugs. Now, the funny thing about it is, if you go online today and Google John Denver, he smoked, he drank, he did drugs, he womanized. He was a piece of filth to read it on the internet. But the truth of the matter is that we have Dee Snider and Frank Zappa on record saying no. He was a flat-out square. He was absolute square. He didn't do any of that shit. So if you're reading that shit online, it's an absolute lie, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Because we got Dee Snider and Frank Zappa on record for that shit. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff, huh? Wonder why the internet lies so bad. Well, that's a good question. Maybe that's something we can figure out in our own time. Find out why they're lying on that man, and him a good man. But anyway, I believe with all my heart that Hillary Clinton killed his ass for publicly humiliating her and Tipper Gore, but mostly her, because I'm sure she's narcissistic as hell. Anyways, and it, because not long after he publicly humiliated her, he ends up dead in a plane crash. Well, imagine that. And turns out a lot of Hillary's friends and acquaintances died in plane crashes. Isn't that amazing how that works? And him a good pilot, and it was clear skies and everything. And the mechanic said the plane was mechanically sound. So now, why in the hell did that happen? Well, good question. Good question.
Yeah, I don't remember Hillary Clinton being part of all those panels. I remember Tipper Gore. Like, she was, for sure. But Hillary's not that old. Wasn't in with those ladies. Yeah, I remember the censorship scandals, and that's when you get the labels, explicit label lyrics, and yes, Dee Snider did a famous speech, and Frank Zappa spoke, and yes, John Denver was roped into it, and it was ridiculous. But, of course, the rest of it is just a fiction of Vaughn's mind. So, surprise.
Maybe the Hillary wires were broke, huh? You reckon the Hillary wires were broken on it? Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Have a wonderful day, bye, guys. Bye.
All right, moving right along here, folks. We're following Vonhelton on his journey to Arizona folks, and beyond.
As you can tell, I'm at a Love's in an undisclosed location, and there's tons of Loves, so good luck finding out which one I'm at. Anyways, my cousin ended up telling the truth. After Flagstaff, it warmed up considerably. Those last 2 nights were pretty hairy because it got down to 20-something degrees. The last 2 nights, I had to run the heater. Of course, I had plenty of gasoline, so I could run the heater in my car and keep me and the dog warm. And warm we did. Now, my cousin said, once you get past Flagstaff, it'll warm up considerably, and she was absolutely right. The lows go from the 20s prior to Flagstaff to the 50s after Flagstaff. Well, Vaughn, what's the difference? Hell if I know. Hell if I know. It's like there's a line of demarcation there or some shit, right? But magically, once you go past Flagstaff, it warms right back up. It's amazing. She told the truth. It warmed back up. So instead of it being 20 at night, last night, it was in the 40s. Mid to high 40s. And then for the rest of the week, they're saying it's going to be in the 50s at night. So there we go. But that's a hell of a lot better than 20. Holy shit, that's cold. That is really, really cold, man. But anyway, yeah, I'm at an undisclosed Love's where I had to buy my internet, or had to pay $6 to get internet, man. So what the hell? Of course, having said that, it is premium internet. The only problem with it is that it's put my YouTube in restricted mode. I'm going to have a nice little chatty-do with him about that shit. Because it put me in restricted mode, which means I can't leave comments yet. So I got to wait until I get somewhere else before I can leave comments again. But that's okay. I don't care. It's all good. But in any event, now that I'm here, that is the question. What do I do now? Well, what I do now is I get my SSI, and if I can get anything else. She's talking like I might be able to qualify for Section 8, which makes sense, and seeing as how I ain't got nothing. I've literally been deprived of everything, including my inheritance. So we'll see if I can get a Section 8 housing and get my SSI, and then I should be good to go. But until then, probably be very scarce on the videos, because there's just not, aside from, just running around and day-to-day surviving, not really much going on, to be honest. But as time warrants, maybe I'll do a video or two. But, the videos are going to be very scarce until such time as I can get my place.
Spoiler, he hasn't relented on making short videos at all. He's made several since then. Surprise, I know, didn't want to spoil it for you guys, but
And get my SSI. Now, they're saying that it could take up to 8 months to get my SSI. I don't know how long it takes to get Section 8. Probably 2 years. So in the interim, I'll be living in the car, or I'll be living on a campground. She knows these campgrounds where I can stay without being badgered by the police. And so I may go to a campground and hang out and stay there for a while. Now that it's warm at night instead of freezing cold, me and the dog will be just fine. We'll be just fine. As for November 1st, well, we'll see what happens with the food stamp situation. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. And, if people die, well, then the Trump administration is going to have to be held accountable for it, as well as the Democrats. I'm holding both of them accountable, because there is no reason why money can't be diverted from whatever stupid project they got going on to the food stamp program. My understanding, as I understand it right now, the food stamp program is only $8.8 billion. That's pretty low, considering the fact that the government spends trillions of dollars wastefully every year. What is $8.8 billion compared to trillions in waste? Hey, maybe we ought to bring Elon Musk back in, let him find the money, because apparently nobody else seems to be able to find the money. Let Elon Musk find the money and divert it to the food stamp program to keep the food stamps going. Hey, what a no-brainer that is, right? What a no-brainer that is. I don't understand. I can figure it out, but nobody in Washington can figure it out. Give me a break, man. Give me a massive break. But yeah, trillions. The Pentagon alone wastes trillions of dollars every year. Remember Donald Rumsfeld's famous comment? We've lost $2.3 trillion and we can't find it. Well, that's not just a one-off. That happens all the time. It happens a lot because they waste a lot of money. We'll divert that to the $8.8 billion that we need to keep the food stamp program going, and everything will be just ducky, right? What's $8.8 billion when you're wasting trillions and trillions of dollars every year, right? It ain't shit. So why isn't anybody doing that? Oh, because I'm not there to tell them to do it? Is that it? Is that what it is? Maybe that's what it is. Anyways, but yeah, so the videos will probably be sparse for a while because, hey, there's nothing going on. There's just literally nothing happening. So, till I get my place and get my SSI and get established, there's just not much happening. Now, me and my cousin and her kids, we're going to go see the Grand Canyon, and we're going to go see, some of these historical sites. But I can't film it because she doesn't want to be on film, because she's scared to death of you motherfuckers stealing her kids, taking away her inheritance, getting her kicked out of her house, and all this other bullshit that you guys like to do. So we won't be filming any of that, which is a shame, because I think the people should see the Grand Canyon. I think people should see Mount Rushmore. I think people should see all these national monuments and all these landmarks and shit. But nobody's going to get to see it because of what was done to my family, and she's scared to death it'll happen to hers. So there ain't going to be none of that done. She's got a bunch of caves that we're going to explore, she said. All kinds of cool shit that I could record and show everybody. But see, I can't do it because she's scared to death of you trolls. She's scared to death you're going to get her kids taken or get her kicked out of her house or something. And that's a shame because that deprives the normal people out here that watch my show from learning a lot of cool shit. And that's unfortunate. But anyway, since there's not going to be a lot going on until I get my own place, then the videos will be few and far between, if at all. That's just the way it is. All right, anyways, that's going to do it. Have a good morning.
All right, let's keep moving right along here, folks. Where are we? Okay. Well, let's see with this. We get a little bit more. We get a little more tea here. If this is the hangout I'm thinking about, I keep calling them hangouts. A live stream with Gay Cups here, and you'll have to forgive if I remember correctly. Vonhelton's internet is pretty derpy, but I think, thankfully, thanks to Nats and the Pizza, I'll share the link to his channel here. If you haven't subscribed, you gotta. I mean, what are you waiting for? I'll share that here in a minute. But he asked the question, what was the point? What was the point of going to Arizona? Like, what is this actually all about, folks? So, let's see if we get answers.
Under, like a cave somewhere. You okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
So I got a really nasty.
Yeah,
I got a really nasty email today saying, "You're a fucking piece of shit, John. You let Vaughn make it all the way to the West Coast, and what the fuck's your problem?" And you should have let Vaughn die.
Yeah.
I should have let you and the dog die. I got a nasty email saying I should have let the dog die. How's the dog doing?
The dog's fine. Dog eats better than I do.
I know it. I know you love that doggy so much, man. I know that.
He loves me so much. You saw that video same as I did.
That dog was fucking happier than a pig in shit and mud, man, when he saw you.
Well, John, you're going to be proud of me.
Yeah.
My cousin, niece, whatever the hell she is to me, because she calls me Uncle Vaughn. What I do know, though, is she took me to In-N-Out Burger, and I got to finally taste an In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, you lucky fucking bastard! You lucky bastard!
Oh wow! I am absolutely. Oh, dude, it was great, man. She said, "Hey, get us some hats," and they got me a hat. Where did I put my hat? Fuck, I lost my hat. Anyway, but yeah, In-N-Out Burger. That's In-N-Out Burger. Palm trees and all that good shit. And yeah, man, I got their world famous strawberry lemonade. I put it in a Powerade bowl.
Wow.
Thing, but yeah.
Wow, you're lucky.
So yeah, man. Oh, got big order. Got all kinds of shit. Oh, here it is. Yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do a mukbang yet? Did you record yourself eating?
Sure, but no, I didn't do a mukbang. No, I didn't record because she's afraid of these trolls. She's scared to death of these trolls.
So is your cousin nice? Is she a nice woman?
Yeah. Oh, she's a nice person. We don't agree politically on a few things, but she's a nice person overall.
You got room for one more? If I drive out to Arizona, you got room for one more?
No way, man. The car was packed as it was with me and Sharpie in there because she's got kids.
So what she does? She lets you sleep on the property in your car. You're allowed to park on the property and you stay there.
I'm sleeping at Walmart. The coldest it's going to get is 55 tonight, dude. They're fine. So me and Sharpie sleep at.
But I guess the question is, what's the point of going to her if she's not letting you stay in the house?
Help me. Shit like that. She's going to help me get it.
Good.
And so and she knows where everything is, whereas I do not. So
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad there's someone to help you.
Someone said funds already. No, not really. She treated me to a night out, which I thought was wonderful. What's wrong with that, man? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Vaughn, you will be tasting sweet man meat for live bucks before too long. What? That don't even
Vaughn,
make
fucking
sense.
you're a mod. Get rid of that trash bag out in the comments, man. Get rid of that guy. I got a fucking. I'm not
But
joking. I
tonight,
got a super nasty email saying, "How dare I help Vaughn get to his location? I should have let you die." That's what it said. I should have let you die and Sharpie die, and that was. I was like, God damn, that's hateful. So what's going on now? So what?
oh
But
yeah,
you and Todd are best friends now. You and Todd are buddies now.
no, no. I don't know why anybody keeps saying that because it's not true. I guess the trolls started it.
Well, I am fucking jealous though, Vaughn, that you had In-N-Out Burger.
Dude, I know why there's lines going all the way down the fucking highway.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. There's a bag. Oh,
Yep,
nice.
In-N-Out. In-N-Out burgers. Yep,
Secular,
In-N-Out burgers.
secular opinions in the outside chat. Secular opinion, you got a lot to fucking explain, man. Riding around with a fucking convertible and fucking bullshit like that. I mean, you owe me and Vaughn money, man. That's what all I know is that you owe me and Vaughn money. And what Todd and the money that Todd gave Vaughn doesn't even compare to the distress and aggravation that Vaughn has gotten because of Todd, because of Toad. Toad, you know you owe Vaughn a new property. That's what you owe. Toad, if you really want to make penance, if you really want to repent and do teshuva, you owe Vaughn a new fucking property. That's what you fucking need. You need to do.
Todd came through, man. I gotta say, the man
At
kept
the
his
end
word.
of the day, that's only a drop in the bucket of the
Oh
distress that he caused.
Compared to, I mean, shit, pain and suffering. I mean, Google pain and suffering, folks. How much people get out of it. Get a lot of money for pain and suffering. They get a lot. Well, they get a lot of money, man, out of them verdicts, man. You know, it depends on the judge, of course. You know, it totally depends on the judge. But you know,
Yeah, it adds up to millions.
well, the cape that I was wearing was too small for me, so obviously it was my daughter's. Duh, it was too small for me.
Wait a minute, you were wearing a cape. When was this?
That was when I got my my Black Panther picture framed. Remember? And they sent it back to me via mail, and it was all framed and not looked nice. And boy, it did too. It was beautiful.
Hallelujah. Praise
And
Jesus. We both got
no,
fucked with no lube. Ooh, ooh, ah, yeah, ah, yeah, ah, yeah.
EndTheDrugWarToday.com donated $10 through Super Chat. This should get you enough gas to get to the grocery store and back in that Lambo money you made off Golden Calvon.
Well, thank you very much. I got to go fill it up here soon, so I do appreciate it. And thanks for being here, folks. Let's keep moving on.
Vaughn bought a cape for his daughter because his daughter wanted a cape. That's all there is to it. You guys, his daughter wanted him to wear the cape so that she would be honored by it, you know, which is exactly what I did. Vaughn, did you meet up with your cousin? I did. We had a good time. We went to In-N-Out Burger, and it was good, boy. It was really, really good, man. In-N-Out Burger rocks. You should have seen the line though. The line was all into the street and almost down to the damn light. It was crazy. It was insane, man. Big long line, buddy. It was crazy. This reminded me when rallies first opened in on High Street and Route 4 in Hamilton. They had to have 5 cops to manage the traffic, man, because people wanted them rally fries, man, because rallies fries are the best. I don't know what kind of sauce they put on them, but boy, it sure is good. And it was too, man. It was awesome. It was really, really good.
When you were up here in Jersey, we went to Checkers. I mean, Checkers and Rallies is the same
Yeah,
thing.
Checkers, yeah. Same difference, yeah. Same difference.
Yeah.
John, what did you do to get pulled over by the cops and have him threaten to tow your car home? Whoa, I hadn't heard about this. When did this happen, John?
Well, that happened. What was that? Last week.
Oh, last week. Oh, okay. Oh,
I don't want to get too. I don't want to get too much into it, but it was a rough experience.
right. Well, Secular, just understand that you're keeping all that stuff nice and warm for when I come to get it. Just keep that in mind, buddy. Just keep that in mind. You're just keeping it warm
Just to be clear, it's not me in the chat, but whatever.
for when I come to get it. That's all. That's all it is, man. That's all it is, bro.
And you can bet your bottom dollar Von's coming to get it. I can reassure you that's a fact, Jack.
Well, let's review. Oh, Bond's gonna die in the desert. Bond's dog's gonna eat his corpse. And all this other bullshit. Yeah, none of it happened, did it, Trolls? Well, imagine that. Gee, I wonder why. You guys have been consistently wrong. And you're going to be consistently wrong again. Now, like I said in the comment section of my video, she was telling me about various places that have campgrounds and stuff. You pay a nominal fee, and you can stay there without being harassed or aggravated or anything. And some places even have.
Yeah, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're online and everything's okay.
That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.
The food stamp program is all automated these days. It's not run by humans. The food stamp program is completely unaffected by the government shutdown. Completely. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the food stamps. Nothing. It's a lie. It's all a lie. There's nothing wrong with food stamps. Okay, them food stamps just keep humming right along. Because there ain't no shortage of money in the government. The government's got tons of money. Because there is no reason for us not to get food stamps this November. None. Zero. It's all automated. I know, especially in Manchester, when I went in there, same person every day at that office. Just one person. Why? Because it's all automated. It's all automated. The only time they need a person in the office is if you go to reapply. Other than that, they don't need a human there because it's all automated. I don't understand, why everybody's all up in arms over this shit. The government shut down. That's true. But the government has reserves. Okay, there are money reserves in the government. Probably for just such an occasion, like a government shutdown. I want to address two things. Number one, obviously the most important thing, is that the SNAP benefits did not go through on November 1st. So I must assume that the Trump administration is totally okay with millions of people dying. I mean, what else am I to assume from that? Like I said in the previous video, they can pull money from the Pentagon. They can pull money from other wackadoodle services that aren't even being utilized at the moment to pay for the food stamps. The food stamps is only $8.8 billion, and they can pull the billions and billions of dollars of waste and fraud into covering that. Now, the reason I'm mentioning it a second time in a second video is because California has a food bank, and the food bank is now reporting, their spokesman actually came out and got behind a podium and said that the California Food Bank is not going to be able to cover all Californians that need food. The food bank can handle maybe 80,000 at best, whereas the SNAP program would handle 125 to 135 million or thousand or whatever it is, and so yeah, it falls short. It falls far short. They're 80 versus the food stamp program's 120 to 130, 135, whatever. I'm spitballing the numbers here, but you get what I'm saying. There's not enough to cover every American that needs stamps, the equivalent of food stamps. Not going to be able to cover it. They're just not. And I suspect other states are that way as well, not just California. So, there is going to be loss of life as a result of this. I'm sure that the Democrats and the Republicans, the states will cover it. The states cannot cover it. The California spokesperson just came out behind the podium and said they can't cover it. Okay, that's why the stamp program exists, is to cover the people that need assistance. No, because my food stamp card has a whopping 50 cents on it. As of right now, my food stamp card has a whopping 50 cents on it, and it shouldn't. It should be, what is it? I think $291 or some shit. So yeah, we got a problem. We got a real problem, and it's a serious one. And a pox on both their houses. This should not be happening. It should not be allowed to happen. There's tons of money in Washington, D.C. that is being wasted every day that could be diverted to cover the food stamp program. They're just not wanting to do it. Maybe it's time that the conservatives look at the Constitution Party as a viable alternative, whereas the liberals and leftists look at the Green Party as a viable alternative. And I understand. My understanding is that the Green Party's presidential candidate was a really nice lady. But yeah, the food stamp program is obviously the number one priority, because people are going to die without food. Okay, that's reality. You have to have food to live. Okay. And, of course, the elites like to call us useless eaters. Yes, that really is a term. You can Google that. And so, yeah, there's that, we'll just cut off the food stamp program and get rid of all the useless eaters. Well, yeah, I got a real problem with that. And I imagine a whole bunch of other people have a real problem with that as well. But the food stamp program obviously is a very serious thing, and it's not to be taken. Alrighty, let me address something real quick, because it needs to be addressed. There is a concerted effort to try to dox me, to try to find out where I'm at. You will not find out where I'm at. What have I been saying in my videos? By the time you figure out where I'm at, I'm done gone. Now, you can figure out where I went. You can either say I went to Nevada, or you can say I went back to Fairfax, or whatever it's called. I think it's Fairfax. Where did I go? But I can assure you that whatever you're thinking, wherever you think I am not there. I've done moved on. I might be in Nevada hooking up with Miss Parker. Did you guys ever think of that? What did Miss Parker say in the live show we did together? You need to come to Nevada to be with me. Is that what she said? Yeah. You trolls are so gullible. You are so easily played. I don't understand. Why are you guys so easily played, man? You think you're in control. You think you got all the right stuff. Well, you don't. But anyways, one thing is for sure, I am going to be checking out some campgrounds, and that's further south than my current location. That is true. That is very true, because I do need to investigate that. What is cheaper? Is it going to be cheaper to be on a campground? Is it going to be cheaper to get an efficiency apartment? Is it going to be cheaper to, look into some other things? But now my cousin is going to help me get my SSI, and for the obvious reason that I'm going to be on my own. I'm not going to be anywhere near her. And because you guys have scared the shit out of that poor girl. So I'm going to find my own place, and it's obviously going to be, by the time you figure out where I'm at, I'm not there anymore. Okay? Keep that in mind, boys and girls. There'll be a quiz later. And I've said this in numerous videos now, so you got no excuse, right? By the time you figure out where I'm at, I am not there. And like I said in the comment section of my video, I'll probably be, probably down near Phoenix, where it's an awful lot warmer than it is even here. So we'll probably look into that maybe. But for sure, by the time you figure out where I'm at, or where you think I'm at, I'm not there anymore. And like I said, there's places, lots of places to check out that I have to check out here in Arizona that are farther south than my current location. But trust me, trolls, you will not figure out where I'm at. You can sit there and assume all you want, but it's not going to help you. Okay? Because by the time you figure it out, I'm long gone. But just keep that in mind. What did Ms. Parker say? You need to come to where? Nevada. You need to come to Las Vegas, Nevada to be with me. So, keep that in mind, trolls. And you have a wonderful day. Bye.
Wow. We'll have to see about that, folks. Anyways, let's, I don't think there's anything else. Vaughn tells a stupid story about, that's kind of lame. We got the Atlas update, sorry. That's only a couple minutes. Why not?
Alrighty, folks. Got some Atlas update info on for you. It turns out that Atlas has went completely dark. This is being reported by Michio Kaku's YouTube channel, that Atlas has went completely dark. No lights, no noises, no nothing. It's went completely dark. And apparently this has got a lot of people terrified, because when something goes dark, as Michio Kaku pointed out in his video, just because something goes dark doesn't mean it's gone. It means it's gone dark. So, and they're using, and like he said in his video also, they're using terms like behavior, attitude, activities, that sort of thing, indicators that this creature, who was the first one that said this was a space whale? Oh yeah, that would be me. Well, guess what? Now they're saying it has behaviors. They're using that term behavior. What does that signify? That signifies that it's alive, that it's a living organism, just like Vaughn told you. So there we go. So now we've got the actual facts, Jack. So there we go. So yeah, but it's went dark. Nobody can find it. It's literally off their radar. Even though it's on this side of the sun, where they should be able to detect it, we can't look at it because the sun has us blinded. But we should still be able to detect it. Well,
that's right.
Detect nothing.
That's right, folks. You can't look directly at it because the sun will blind you.
It's went completely dark, which indicates intelligence, which indicates a biological entity. But they're using the term behavior, which would indicate a biological entity as opposed to necessarily an artificial craft of some kind. So I don't know, but yeah, I just said
Of course, I don't think I have to point this out, but Vaughn's an idiot. Just because you use like anthropomorphic language doesn't mean that they're implying it's an actual, as much as Kaku can be out there, and I agree with the chat, I don't think even he would make the conclusion that this is a fucking space whale. It's like when you are monitoring the behavior of the ocean, right? The ocean's not alive itself, right? It's just talking about patterns and trends and, in the case of this, trajectories and, how different gravitational bodies, different bodies and the gravitational forces interact with it, those things. That's what they're talking about, behaviors, obviously. Shady in space, oh God.
I'd let you know, Michio Kaku has updated the 3-Eye Atlas information, and it has gone completely dark. Nobody knows where it's at, which is scary. Very scary. Alright, that's all I got. Bye.
Yeah, I think that pretty much brings us up to date. Now, I did hear through the grapevine Fat Photog had something on the grill. Looks great already. Oh, he's got a couple of them. It'll just be Vaughn probably talking about the SNAP benefits. Let's Let's check out this newest one.
We're at the Arizona Welcome Center, and we are making our way to the historical stuff. We'll show you some historical stuff. The Welcome Center itself is closed. I have no idea why, but it is. But it's closed, so oh well. But at least we can show some historical stuff. There's some historical stuff that's outside that we can look at.
Now listen to Von breathe. He's about, what, 50, 60 feet away from the fucking vehicle at this point, maybe? The way he's shuffling, the way he's waffling. I'm not sure what.
But Arizona Welcome Center, but it's closed, sadly. Welcome to Arizona. We'll get over here to some historical stuff. It's in the shade, but hopefully you can still see it. Let's see here. Okay, all right. Okay. Arizona State Parks, buddy, there it is. Arizona State Parks and Trails. All right. Arizona, the Sonoran Desert. And vending machines. Pull aside and stay alive, whatever that means. Move over for vehicles. Wildfire prevention. Operated and maintained by Diamond Ridge. All right. Well, there we go. Arizona, on your way, buddy. There's a map of Arizona. So, yep, we made it. We definitely made it. Recreation and resorts. Resort living. And, yeah, we definitely made it. And you guys said we'd die and we'd burn up in the heat and all that. Well, no, we didn't. So we did just fine. We did just fine. In fact, all that hate that you levied against me, the dog in the car, I hope it all goes back on the people that sent it threefold. And see how you guys like it when the tables are turned, right? But anyway, I am here, as the Beatles used to sing, I am here, you are here, we are here, and we are all together. All right, so all that list. That's a long list. So, anyways, we made it. Everything's just ducky. That's gonna do it. Bye. There's the Sharpie dog. You gotta use the bathroom? You need to use the bathroom? See, I don't know what I want to do. No, you ain't going back in the road. Stay over here and use the bathroom. Stay over here and use the bathroom. There you go. Outstanding. We got a winner, folks. We got a winner. Outstanding. Beautiful. I'll tell you what, man. This looks just like a computer game. Don't it? Don't it look like a computer game setup? Don't it? It does, man. It reminds me of a computer game so bad. It's crazy. This is something else, man. This is a rest area. Well, kind of, sort of. It's kind of, sort of a rest area, but pretty neat. I have no fucking clue where we're at, but it's pretty neat. We ain't to Flagstaff yet, so it's just prior to Flagstaff, I guess. What are you doing there, Sharpie? Are you done? Okay, if you're done, let's get back in the car. All right, that's going to do it. Just wanted to show you that me and Sharpie was out and about at a rest area. All right, say goodbye, Sharpie. I got to tell you, as big as Flagstaff is, you would have thought it would be bumper to bumper. You would have thought, you know, it would be 1 mile an hour like it was for some of these other places. Instead, I was treated to an absolute delight. It was like I was driving through a national park or something. There was trees on both sides of all different colors. It was absolutely beautiful. There was no backed up traffic or nothing. Everything was just beautiful. And I hope it stays that way, at least for a while. Because, I mean, I really wished I'd have recorded it, but, you know, That bad thing about it is you don't think to record until after you done got past it. But just absolutely beautiful. My ride through Flagstaff on Interstate 80, I'll spit it out, was just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I can't believe it. And I just had to comment because it was just awesome, man. It was just awesome. So where are you? Well, Nunya. I'm at Nunya, Arizona. How about that? Does that work for you? I'm at Nunya, Arizona. But I can say I'm past Flagstaff. I just won't say how much. But I am past Flagstaff. But yeah, man, I just had to comment because that was an absolute delight. It was an absolute delight to go through Flagstaff on I-40. Because it was just so peaceful, so serene, trees of every color. It was beautiful. And I was just gobsmacked by it, man. Because I figured, well, Flagstaff is going to be like Albuquerque, and I'm going to sit there and bumper to bumper traffic. No, quite the opposite. Flagstaff was absolutely beautiful, and it was just a breeze. I just breezed right on through it like nothing, like a hot knife through melted butter, man. It was great, and I just had to comment because that don't happen every day, folks. When you're on a major interstate, breezing through something don't happen every day. So it was an absolute joy to ride through there with all that beautiful scenery and stuff. It was just amazing. It really was amazing. So I will say that I'm on the other side of Flagstaff. I just won't say how far, but I am on the other side of Flagstaff, and everything's going great. Everything's beautiful out here. The mesas and the mountains even. I mean, I'm at 6,000 feet above sea level. Ain't no danger of me flooding out here. Ain't no danger of flooding. Ain't no danger of any cataclysm getting to me because I'm 6,000 feet above sea level. Because remember what the scientists told me. Said you got to be at least 1,500 feet. Well, shit, I'm 1,500 feet in spades. I'm 6,000 feet above sea level. Ain't nothing gonna get me. Not so lucky for the rest of you, perhaps, but they ain't nothing getting me. Remember a long time ago, trolls and haters, and well, the rest, everybody, when I said, hey, get your ass to the mountains, get to the mountains, get to high country. And in that way, if that rock over there at Easter Island does fall into the sea and create a massive tsunami, you'll be all right. How many people actually took my word? I took my own words, and I went higher. I want to take you higher. That's a good tune. I went into the mountains. I ended up in the mountains and took my own advice, ended up in the mountains. Now I'm even more so in the mountains. 6,000 feet. Damn. That's nuts. 6,000 feet, buddy. What about that? It beats 888 feet any day. But yeah, there ain't no danger of me flooding out or getting caught by a tsunami or whatever this time. Because I'm too high. I'm too high. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. I miss John Denver. I miss his music. He was a good man. He didn't have to die. He didn't. Well, Vaughn, are you saying his death was a murder? I'm absolutely saying his death was a murder. John Denver is one of Clinton's dead friends. Well, he wasn't really a friend.
All right, we've seen this stuff.
But
we've seen this stuff.
He was about drugs. Get online, it's an absolute lie. Anyway, I believe with all my heart that Hillary Clinton killed his ass for publicly humiliating her.
Yeah. What else we got? Oh, I heard this one was pretty funny. Maybe that's a good one to end on.
J-Dubs is filmed before a live studio audience.
Living in your car today takes everything you got. Pity is dreaming, all your worries sure won't help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
Oh, I'm feeling so much better. Oh, shower.
Sometimes you wanna go
where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I think this is gonna be the last show. I think this is it. Oh, welcome back, Vaughn. How you doing?
Oh, okay, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Oh, outstanding. All right.
You got
And it
room
was,
for
and
one
it
more?
was,
If I drive out to Arizona, you got room. You got room for one more?
no way, no way, man. The car was packed as it was with me and Sharpie in there. But he's got kids.
And there we are, folks. What a way to end tonight's show. Thank you for joining. Thumbs it up, and we will keep you posted as the lulls develop. Have a good night.